Welcome back everyone to Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic Part 3. We're going to kick this one off immediately with a trophy. This is the Goodnight Sleep Tight trophy for entering the bedtime showroom. Once you come in, go straight ahead and pull that lever. While you're at it, don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you're always notified when I come out with a new video. After pulling the lever, you'll see in front of you there are some clouds and stars that move up, so you can crouch down behind them to find a lift. Go up the lift and into this small room where you can get audio log number 3. And this computer here, you can use the data diver to access it and open up the doors, which you should have seen open up in the window right there. You can grab one of these little wind-up gerbils, because once we go back down, there will be an animatronic on the loose. So head back out the way that you came. Be very careful right here. You can see the screen shaking. You can hear the stomping. Someone is wandering around in his striped PJs. Wait for him to turn around so that you can head out, and you can use the gerbil, throw it over by the entrance door to distract him so that we can continue through here. Walk up this stage with the rainbow stairs and push the button before continuing on. There's a door here that we can open. This is where we opened the doors using the computer earlier. That's going to lead us out of here, but before we do that, head back out the door, straight ahead, follow the path, and open up this door hidden back here, where we will find present number 13. This is the Foxy puppet, and luckily, right next to us is an inventory system, so put it inside. And then we can head back over to that previous door. Be on the lookout for rogue animatronics, of course. They can come back here. Now as you head through this little break room, open the next door, and pushing the button is going to allow us access to this vent. Continue through the vent and you'll see a small hiding spot. It looks like a child might have played here. There's present number 14, the star Nightlight. We need to grab that before moving on. Here, there's a lot of waiting in this game if you haven't noticed. You're constantly just waiting around for animatronics to move out of your way. Go somewhere else so that you can sneak past them. So just wait for this guy to start going in the other direction and make your way out of the bedtime showroom. That's all we really needed in there. And you don't have to go through the door. You can turn to the right and crawl underneath this debris, and you'll see we are right back at the center of the big top showroom. So now that we have our star Nightlight, let's head back down the elevator. We'll come out there later through that employees only door. We can't access it at the moment. We'll go down the elevator here, and we're going to make our way over to the theater. That's where the dispatch wanted us to go to begin with, but we had a couple of miscellaneous things to clean up first, so we didn't make it in a timely manner, let's say. Dispatch can be, I find, a little bit aggressive, but I think you'll understand why later when you get to the end of the game. So once we head through the door, we're back in the main showroom. Just work your way back over to the security office so we can place the star into the inventory system, and then we're going to go into the theater for the first time. By now, you should be pretty familiar with the layout of this place because we do come through this main hall quite often. And there's not too many places that you can go. There's places that you'll pop up after going through an area, but most of the time you can't go back in that way. So anyway, come over to the South Hall, and the very first double, I don't know, it's not a double door. I don't know exactly what you call this. It's almost like if you went into a room where you had to be decontaminated or something, because once you open one door, the other one closes. So you'll see theater on the door. Come into here. And in this area, there's no animatronics at the moment, but that's because the power is out. So let's go around the right side from where we entered. And there's a power puzzle right here. This one is just like all the others. Unfortunately, I did not fast forward this one, speed it up for you. So you have to watch me struggle a little bit. But these typically don't take very long, and you only have a limited amount of time to do them anyway. Once it's done, even if you can actually leave, even if it's not done, you can just go walk away because it will fill itself up. It's actually better if you leave now because then you can completely avoid the animatronic, but apparently I wanted you guys to see the lava flow through the tubes. I guess it's a little bit soothing for me. Anyway, an enemy will pop up over there. You can come here and grab a gerbil to distract if you want, but honestly, it's not even really necessary. They always go in the same direction for the most part. So come underneath that scaffolding and you'll see that there's a vent over here. Go through the vent and you can see you can go either upstairs or downstairs. We want to go upstairs first. In the first room to the left, you're going to find audio log number 4.
All late night
Be sure to press that button.
I have some very important TV people coming.
If you come over to the next door on the left, you can open it up to find mail number 5 and also present number 15. This will be the record, like an actual vinyl record. We can leave this room now. Go back to the right and go into the room we haven't been in yet. Here you'll see there's an inventory slot to put the record in. You can also open this up here and find a film. If you want to, in this room, you can place the film here on the reel and watch whatever is on it. Just put the film on the reel and press the button. Most of them are commercials. But if you're into story lore, I watched all of them. I thought they were really cute. So, your choice. Now, if you continue down this hall that has the green paint on it, you'll see a door that we don't have access to yet. Please keep that door in mind because we need to come back to it later once we've upgraded our permissions. So since we can't go there, let's go here down the stairs into the workshop. The workshop is, at this moment, the only way that we can access the theater. So we're going to have to put together a spring lock suit. Once you exit that decontamination room, come over and unlock the gate. You'll see that all these areas are gated off. We're going to make our way through them very slowly, collecting suit parts. This here takes you back to the South Hall, which we've gone to several times already. If you continue further down this hallway, you'll find mail number 6. Be sure to grab that. And unfortunately, there is only one door that we can go through at the moment. So go ahead and go through it. This brings us to a little hub area where we are safe. None of the animatronics are going to come in here and mess with us. So at least you have a little bit of peace of mind in this room. If you come into the small office, you can see what Mrs. Helpful has to say about what we need to do. You can access the computer here and start the assembly. And you'll see there's main body that gets moved, but it has no arms, no legs, and no head. So we have to go ahead and find those 5 pieces. On the couch behind us is audio log number 5. Be sure to press the button so that it is counted as a collectible.
David,
I guess
wanna
Mrs.
introduce you to
Helpful was still
someone.
talking. That's
This
why I had to
is
press it
M1.
twice. It didn't want to play.
Why did it look like that?
Anyway, we're going to be coming back here and placing the pieces as we find them. So for now, let's exit the workshop, and you can see some of the doors are now open. I'm going to start by going to the left. As you come through here, there are going to be several animatronics that usually it's one at a time. They'll come to life. You'll hear it. I'm working my way over to this mail slot right here first. So come over here. When you go to the left, go all the way to the right, and you can collect mail number 7. As I'm just kind of sneaking around, I'm trying to figure out if there is an animatronic close by, and I'm going to try to bait them away. Now these suit parts, they have to be held with both hands, so you won't be able to hold anything but that, and you also won't be able to run. So let's get that guy distracted. Come over to the left side here, and you'll see that there is a leg on that little platform. Grab the leg and make your way back to the assembly room. Keep an eye out. These guys are pretty easy to avoid on the bottom level. They do get a little bit more tough when you go up the stairs, and then when you go into there's another area. It's by far the hardest because most of the doors are closed and you have to be able to open them. So yeah, it gets a little tougher, but luckily you get a save after every item that you bring back to the assembly room and place on the body. You'll get a save. So head back in here to the left again, and once you go around the stairs to the right, you'll see an arm hanging there. Grab that and make your way back to the assembly room. Don't be surprised if you die a couple of times here. It gets kind of brutal later on. Sometimes it's just not unfair. Sometimes it's just unfair because you'll be right by an animatronic when it comes to life, and then you're just being chased until it catches you or until you hide. Now let's go to the left again and come up the stairs. In the back of the room is mail number 8. Be sure to collect that and then go over to the center of this room and turn the crank. This is going to lower the head for the animatronic. You also get a save right there because you lowered it. Now you can collect these in any order that you like, so you don't have to follow what I'm doing exactly. It doesn't matter what order you get them in. I'm staying up at the top level for now. I'm going to work my way around to this enclosed room. Now I am running away from an enemy who's chasing me, so I'm going to run over here and hide in this locker. I love this one. I don't know what it is, if it's a dog or a rat or what it is, but I think they're creepy and cute at the same time. And of course I do have to sit in this locker for an extended period, so I went ahead and set that up for you. I'm going to come over here and unlock this door before I grab the animatronic part. And I did have to run back and hide in the locker again because that dog rat thing spotted me. It might be an armadillo. I have no idea what it is. Come over to this podium and grab the leg. And that door that we just opened, if you go through it and turn left, you are right by the assembly room. So it's very convenient. Come over and put the leg onto the body. 3 down, 2 to go. Now, the next thing we want to grab is the head, if possible. Come over here. The head is hanging, so you have to look up to grab it. And there are chains hanging all over the place. They will jingle if you pass under them and touch them. So be wary of that. The head was pretty easy. Let's place that on the body. And now the final part, which I think I must have died 4 times trying to get this last one. In my opinion, it's the most difficult. So go straight down the hall and take the first right. You can unlock this door here by pulling the lever, and then there's another door here you can pull the lever for. There is a mail over by the locker. This is mail number 9. Be sure to collect that. And then right behind the mail is the final arm piece. Once you have it, make your way back to the assembly room. I made it look easy this time, but I promise you I died at least 4 times in that area. So once your suit is completed and you have placed all of the parts, you can go back into the small room that's on the left from looking at the animatronic. Go back to the computer, and this time we want to choose to energize the suit. Once that is done, we're actually going to wear it, which is kind of neat. We don't wear it for very long. I mean, well, it is kind of long, but we don't have a whole lot to do in it. So go ahead and get comfy inside of the suit. And then you see directly in front of us, there are those foot pads with a claw. That's where you go. It's an elevator for the large animatronics. This next room here, when you walk forward, the power will go out. Just walk straight ahead. Another animatronic will come up and wave hello to you. That's the little Sharpay, but gigantic. I like to come and stand by this door. You can stand wherever you like, but this is where I like to stand. Once the Sharpay goes away, you can climb out of the suit and unlock this door. Inside, there's a computer and an inventory slot. We don't have to go in there, so go into this other room where you see the puppets hanging. Make your way around and into the vent. Once you come out of this vent, you'll see that there is another power puzzle. I suggest you come and open the door and move the pieces around first, because one of them is missing. As if there's a piece missing, then the lava will not flow. So this gives you an opportunity to get all of the pieces right, in the right order, before grabbing the final piece and putting it in the missing slot. See, there we go. Once you grab the other piece, you can very easily move that one around within the time limit and you won't have any issues. We're going to have to do this several times throughout the game. So, yeah, that makes it a lot easier. Once you're done, you can exit the room by going up this ramp here, dropping down, crouch underneath that shutter door, and run back to the suit, climb in, and we're going to go into the next elevator. Now, once we get into this elevator, we're going to go to another area where we have to do a couple of things before we can access the theater, but this is the second to last stop. When you get here, you can shoot those targets for practice if you like. Look inside the vent here and you'll find the other target. On one of my 6 playthroughs, it actually popped up by itself whenever I shot the 3 targets above the little room here, but most of the time it does not do that. Enter the room, press the button on the audio log that should be audio log number 6, and then to the left of it is mail number 10, and then go through this vent here. Make your way over to where you can see there's another animatronic elevator and go behind it for male number 11. This one is hidden pretty well, very easy to miss if you're not paying attention. Continue on through this area and climb underneath the debris and up the stairs, and when you get into this main area, you're going to get your first glimpse of the white tiger. It is a very brief glimpse, but we will be seeing a whole lot more of him later on. Around this round thing in the center, you can find another film. It's just another commercial. The door on the bottom floor we don't have access to yet, so get in the lift and go up. The door up here as well we don't have access to yet. But for now, we're going to do a platform puzzle. So what you want to do is grab the pieces of platform and move them to make a pathway that we can cross. So I like to start with the one closest to us on the right, move it one space up, and then go the one closest to us on the left, pick it up and move it to the spot closest on the right. Then go all the way back and to the left, and right by that present there is another platform. Pick it up, bring it around to the back to the slot on the right furthest away from us, and once you're done, make sure to move the magnet to the middle, because if you leave it where it is, we won't be able to pass. We're going to come back later for that present there. We cannot access it right now. Once you cross those platforms, go left and you'll see some cranks. So just turn them until they don't turn anymore. There's 2 of them, one on either side, and you'll see that they drop down some chains. There's platform there, and once we drop it, we'll be able to cross inside of the animatronic body, because obviously he won't be able to fit through a vent. So come back over here. You can take the lift down on the other side, the one that we haven't used yet, and then just make your way back over to that small room. There's an inventory system there where we can input this film. There is another place where you can watch the films, but it's over, I believe it's over in admin, so it'll be a little while before we get to it. But if you want to watch these, you know where you can go in the theater to watch them. Anyway, once you've put that film away, climb back into the suit, and you want to shoot the target that is on those chains. It will drop the platform down and allow us to cross over and access the animatronic elevator. And finally, we will be inside of the theater proper. Now you can go ahead and get ready, because this is kind of annoying. Shoot that target to get the play started, and then walk forward onto this balcony. I'm going to do a lot of fast forwarding so that you don't have to watch the entire play, but just a warning, if you die at all during this segment, no matter how far into it you are, you always start back right in the beginning. So just beware of that. Once the puppets are finished talking about whatever they're talking about, they'll go away and you're gonna have to shoot the targets. So basically this is just like the ball shooter carnival game, except you have a hand cannon with an octopus on it instead of a ball gun. So take out all the targets. This one is mostly balloons. You can shoot the clouds too, but it doesn't really matter. Just hit any targets that you possibly can. If you notice off to the right on the balcony above, directly across from where we are, there is an applause meter. I think it starts out on gasp. So there's boo at the bottom, then gasp, then applause, and then bravo. So you never want to get down to boo, or else you'll get a jump scare and you'll have to start all over. Also, once you finished, you see there's an upgrade station over there, and now the platform collapsed, then it fell to the ground. We won't be able to use that one anymore because this entire place is falling down around us. Anyway, the next section of shooting is going to be mostly birds and food items. So just hit the targets. If a puppet pops up in front of you like that and is stopping you from shooting your targets, you can look off to the right in the audience. There are also targets there. I think it's balloons. So yeah, you don't have to stay shooting the food. Once you get to the second segment, there are now balloons over where the audience is seated. You'll also see like the puppets seem to pop up more and more. Sometimes there are pieces of flying debris or curtains moving when they shouldn't. The next segment that we go through, there's a piece of rafter that has fallen down right in front of our balcony. That's gonna make it harder to shoot targets, but eventually it'll fall down because everything's gonna fall down. This next segment, you get these tentacles, and there's 3 targets on each tentacle. Once you get rid of all 3 targets, the tentacle will pull itself back into the ceiling or into the floor, wherever it came from. Again, if you're waiting for a tentacle, you can look off to the right and shoot targets in the audience. And then there'll be a couple on the ship deck sometimes. I guess I don't know, they're little sea creatures or whatever. But yeah, these targets are a little harder because they're constantly moving. But overall, this isn't very difficult. It's actually pretty simple and easy. Just make sure you don't get down to boo on the applause meter and you'll be fine. So this should be just about done now. And we'll get the final little cutscene that ends the play. And of course I'm going to speed it up for you. Everything is just going to fall completely apart in this room. And surprisingly, even though everything falls apart, we will be coming back here later. Not for an upgrade though. There's a present over there and there's mail. So we'll have to come back later to collect those. In the meantime, once your platform collapses, you earn the II Captain trophy. And that is for teaching the pirate crew a lesson. Now once you wake up, you're still inside the suit and you get to meet Nurse Dolly. She has quite a bit of dialogue, so I'm going to fast forward through it. And unfortunately, she wants to purify us out of the suit with a power wash and a bleach bath. So as soon as she turns her back, we're going to hop out of this suit and get as far away from her as possible. So hop out of the suit, and that's going to end this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I can't wait to see you back here in part 4. Until then, Khajiit always has wares.